You have just secured a substantial salary increase, a promotion, a new client, or a massive leap in your corporate compensation package. You look at the new number on the paper, and your brain immediately processes a profound sense of relief. You run the preliminary mathematics in your head. You calculate the surplus capital that will soon enter your bank account. You naturally assume that true financial freedom is finally approaching, and that your baseline stress will disappear. Your prefrontal cortex begins to project a future where your financial friction is entirely eliminated. You believe that because you are earning more capital, you are automatically generating more wealth. This is a mathematical illusion. A higher gross income does not automatically equal wealth. In fact, for the vast majority of high earners, an increase in salary is the exact trigger that destroys their financial stability. Your higher income immediately triggers a silent, devastating psychological mechanism known as lifestyle inflation. It is a biological and economic trap that is almost entirely invisible whilst you are caught inside it. When your brain registers a higher, consistent influx of resources, your neurobiology fundamentally adjusts its baseline for what it considers acceptable. Your internal threshold for comfort quietly shifts upward. In behavioral psychology, this is known as hedonic adaptation. The luxury you could not afford yesterday becomes the absolute baseline necessity of today. The dopamine response to your previous lifestyle completely flatlines. Before the first larger paycheck even clears your bank account, your mind has already spent the delta. You have mentally allocated the surplus to upgrade your existence. To understand the mathematics of your incoming poverty, we must apply a fundamental principle of economics to your personal cash flow: Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law dictates that work expands to fill the time allotted for its completion. But in personal finance, the law is far more brutal. Your expenses will always exponentially expand to consume your total available income. As your salary rises, you do not simply save the difference. You rationalize upgrades. You convince yourself that because you work incredibly hard, you biologically deserve a higher quality of environment. You upgrade your primary residence to reflect your new corporate status. You lease a premium vehicle. You transition from cooking basic meals to ordering high-margin convenience food. Your baseline definition of a normal lifestyle has completely shifted. But here is the devastating neurochemical reality. Your overall happiness and life satisfaction have not mathematically increased. Once the initial dopamine spike of the upgrade fades, the massive house simply becomes the place you sleep. The luxury vehicle simply becomes the tool you use to sit in traffic. The pleasure of the upgrade is entirely temporary, but the financial overhead required to maintain that upgrade is permanent. You are now carrying a significantly heavier structural load on your shoulders. You have successfully expanded your lifestyle to perfectly match your new income, leaving yourself with absolutely zero financial margin. You are earning twice as much, but breathing the exact same thin air. This expansion of expenses is not entirely your fault. You are operating inside a highly tuned, predatory environment. The modern consumer ecosystem is a trap. Society is precisely and mathematically engineered to instantly absorb any excess capital you generate. Every algorithm, every advertisement, and every social expectation is designed to extract your liquidity. The moment you enter a higher income bracket, your digital fingerprint changes. The corporate algorithms immediately recategorize you, targeting you with premium services designed to solve the friction in your life. Because your high-paying job requires so much of your time and biological energy, you begin to aggressively purchase convenience. You pay a premium to outsource your cleaning, your driving, and your cooking. You view these expenses as necessary investments in your productivity, but in reality, they are a massive, invisible tax on your gross income. The ecosystem is slowly bleeding your surplus dry. The mathematical formula of your life has become fundamentally broken. You are generating significant revenue, but your retention rate is mathematically zero. You possess high-value items, premium subscriptions, and a prestigious postcode. Yet you are saving absolutely nothing. You are capital rich but cash poor. The psychological weight of this paradox is crushing. You know you are earning a top-tier salary, yet you feel completely broke. This cognitive dissonance leads directly to the ultimate financial trap. We must define the absolute difference between income and wealth. Income is the money that passes through your hands. Liquidity is the money that stays there. Without liquidity, you have no actual wealth. You become trapped in a terrifying cycle of high-income poverty. You are carrying a massive volume of water, but your bucket has no bottom. Every single month, a massive deposit lands in your checking account, and every single month, that exact same volume of capital immediately vanishes to service your inflated lifestyle overhead. You are no longer building a personal treasury. You have simply become a highly efficient biological conduit for moving capital. You are doing nothing more than passing heavier and heavier volumes of cash directly from your employer straight through your bank account and into the hands of your creditors. Your mortgage lender, your vehicle financier, and your premium service providers are accumulating wealth using your physical labor. You are taking all the stress of the executive job, whilst they keep all the capital. This state of high-income poverty leaves you mathematically fragile because your overhead is so astronomically high and your liquidity is zero. Your survival depends entirely on the next paycheck. Despite earning in the top 1%, you are exactly one corporate restructure, one medical emergency, or one missed pay period away from total financial ruin. You cannot out-earn Parkinson's law, and you cannot rely on willpower to defeat hedonic adaptation. Your neurobiology will always compel you to spend the surplus. The only biological solution to this mathematical trap is engineering a strict environment of scarcity. You must create an artificial constraint before the new money even settles in your account. You must execute the automated diversion protocol. The moment you secure a salary increase, you must mathematically hide the delta from your own psychology. You must set up an automatic, non-negotiable transfer that intercepts the exact percentage of your raise on the exact day you are paid. You must divert this surplus capital entirely out of your primary checking account and lock it into decoupled, highly illiquid assets. index funds, treasury bonds, or external investment portfolios. By removing the capital from your immediate visual field, you force your lifestyle to remain frozen at the previous baseline. You starve your dopamine receptors of the ability to upgrade. You have successfully built the artificial constraint. You have decoupled your income from your consumption, and you are finally capturing liquidity. But managing your personal cash flow is completely useless if your primary corporate retirement vehicle is fundamentally broken. Click here to discover the exact mathematical reality of why your 401k is a biological trap designed to steal your time.